I hate crime. It was a hot, humid morning, perfect for Bondi Beach. But I had a living to make. So, the office. I saw the envelope on the floor right away. I picked it up. Dear Mr. Kent, I called before 9, couldn't wait. I must see you. Please come to National Art Gallery. I'll be wearing a blue dress and a straw picture hat. You must come. Veronica W. A dame in distress? Maybe. So, I drove to the National Art Gallery. There was an exhibition in progress. Long hairs, pseudo-intellectuals, husbands who'd been dragged away by their wives, artists who stood proudly beside their brain-children. I looked around, and there she was. Blue dress, big straw hat. And that wasn't all. Talk about art. Almond-shaped green eyes, flaming red hair, a torch burning on top of a perfectly molded chunk of TNT. Talk about a slow boat to China. Make it a raft and kick everybody else overboard. I walked over, smiled. Her hand went out, took my wrist.
Mr. Kent?
Yeah?
Oh, I'm so glad you came.
What's it all about?
That man.
Oh, where?
Just there. To the left. Van Dyke beard.
Uh-huh. What about him?
He wants to kill me.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Take me out of here.
Really scared of him, aren't you?
Not just him. There may be others with him. Please.
Okay, where do we go?
My place. Then I must leave town.
Any particular place in mind?
No.
Then I can fix it. Come on.
I have a car at Brady's parking lot.
Mine's just outside.
Good.
We walked past Goatbeard. I thought I saw him give a slight bow and a smile to Veronica, but she was looking straight ahead. Outside, we got into my car.
Double Bay.
That's where we went, all right. A private hotel. And we didn't waste any time. Veronica tossed all her stuff in 2 cases, snapped them shut.
All right. I'm ready.
I took the cases. She opened the door. And stopped.
Mr. Kent.
I put the cases down. On the stairway ahead, I saw 2 men from the shoulders up. They were big, wide, and they were doing their best to look casual. But they were too casual.
Mr. Kent.
Step outside, Veronica.
But...
Go ahead.
All right.
The 2 thugs were on the landing, acting as though they were going past. Then they turned.
Get him!
One came at me, something shining in his hand, a knife. Arm went up, started coming down just as my shoulder hit his stomach.
Oh!
I got his right arm near the shoulder, twisted, heaved, aiming for the railing. He went shooting down the stairs like a Melbourne hurdler. But there was another one. Take his place. Still no time to get my gun. Blackjack this time. Arm up, ready to come down. Veronica, gun smoking in her hand.
We'd better go.
Yeah, come on. We grabbed the cases, went down the stairs. Outside, I tossed them into the rear seat of my car. 20 minutes later, we were over the bridge and heading north.
Cigarette?
Yeah. Light one for me, will you?
All right. Where are we going?
Friend of mine left for England as a cottage at Barara. Gave me the key.
Oh,
It's, safer than a hotel, you know.
that depends on how you look at it. Here's your cigarette, Mr. Kent.
Thanks. But, break down the Mr. Kent. Make it Larry, will you?
All right.
While we're speaking of names, what does the W in yours stand for?
Williams.
The guy wearing that Van Dyke doormat. Who's he?
His name is Max Gordon.
Why's he after you?
Oh, it's a very long story.
Well, there's plenty of road ahead.
Well, I'll tell you when we get to the cottage.
Why not now?
I want to get some sleep. I haven't slept for days.
So, she closed her eyes and went off. An hour later, we were at Barara. She slept while I stopped the car and asked directions. She was still asleep when we pulled up to Riverside, my friend's cottage. Hey. Hey, Veronica. Come on, wake up. We're here.
Oh, I had such a lovely sleep.
I grabbed the cases and we went in. The place had been left shipshape. Plenty of tin stuff.
And in bottles, too.
Good.
And a radio.
Good. I'll, make a couple of drinks.
Wonderful.
Drinks, a cushiony divan, mood music.
Here's to us.
Yeah, 3 great big cheers. Now.
Now what?
Now that long story you promised to tell me.
Oh, it's not a very interesting story.
I'm interested.
Can't I change your mind?
Uh-huh.
Let me.
How?
For instance.
Hey. If you could bottle that, you'd make a fortune. But the story.
Later. But now, this.
We'll save that for later. First move, mood music.
Determined, aren't you?
Yeah, and don't try lying, Veronica. At least one guy's dead, maybe 2. I want to know everything now. Spit it out, huh?
All right, Larry.
Who's Max Gordon? Why was he after you?
I think I'd better start my story with this.
A 5-pound note.
Look at it carefully.
I am.
Perfect, isn't it?
You don't mean it's counterfeit?
The plates were made by one of the best photo engravers in the world. A Japanese. But I know nothing of the plates.
Go on.
During the war, I was a nurse.
Uh-huh.
There was a little town, Koapi, in New Guinea.
Yeah?
After the Japs evacuated, I was one of the first there. And so was Max Gordon.
The character with the Van Dyke?
Yes. He was a war correspondent.
Uh-huh.
We became acquainted. One day, we took a walk, looking for souvenirs. There was a burnt-out hut, and in the hut was a tin box. We opened it.
And?
It was full of 5-pound notes, just like this one.
In a Jap hut?
Yes. You see, it was part of a Japanese plan. When they found out that Australia wasn't so easily invaded, they decided on a method of destroying the economy.
By spreading that money throughout the country, huh?
Yes. They planned to drop it from an aircraft to an agent. But just before Coapi was invaded, they burned most of it. The tin box must have been overlooked.
How much was in that tin box?
Over £100,000.
And, you've got it?
Yes.
And, Max Gordon, where does he fit in now?
Well, I was coming back to Australia. He was moving further north.
So you took the money?
Yes.
Then you decided not to split?
Well, I didn't trust him. I knew he wanted all of it.
Uh-huh.
If you knew what kind of a man he is, he'd do anything to get that money.
Go on.
He went looking for me after the war. It took him years, but finally he located me in Melbourne. He followed me to Newcastle and then here. When I saw him yesterday with another man outside my hotel, I decided to engage you. But he followed me to your office building. I escaped into the crowd just in time.
I hope you've hidden that dough in a safe place.
Oh, it's safe enough, I think.
Where did you leave it?
Well, I'm placing an awful lot of trust in you.
I was almost knifed because of you.
We're in this together, aren't we, Larry?
Sure, you and me. Where did you put it?
The check room at the Claremont Hotel.
Uh-huh. I think we'll go and pick it up, Veronica.
And then?
The cops.
No.
Yes.
No.
But, look.
No.
She meant no. A hand had gone into a purse. When it came out, I found myself looking down the barrel of a .32.
No one will stand between me and that money. No one.
A dame, 100 or so thousand quid, a gun. Not a very good combination, especially when the gun is pointed right at your nose.
Don't make a sudden move. I know how to use this.
I don't doubt it. What comes next?
Obviously, I can't let you go to the police or I lose the money.
But you wouldn't shoot me, would you?
I wouldn't like to.
Then it looks as though we're stuck.
Now, I could tie you up.
Why don't you?
It'd be awkward, holding a gun and tying you at the same time.
Yeah, it would.
If only you weren't so ethical.
Well, I had to swear to a lot of things when I got my license.
You could give up your license.
And then?
We could go away together.
And the 100,000?
We'll take it. We could have a lot of fun, Larry.
Yeah, but you weren't very keen when another guy was supposed to share it.
You don't resemble him in any way.
Oh, you'll have me blushing in a minute.
What's your answer? 100,000 and me, Larry.
Oh, keep it up. You're breaking down my resistance.
All you have to do is give me your word.
Then we're partners, huh?
Yes. Oh, Larry, I'm tired of running. Say you'll be with me.
You make it sound and look so attractive.
Please. Please.
Sure. Sure, I'm with you.
Oh, I knew you would be.
She lowered the gun and walked into my arms. I held her tight. To her right wrist.
Oh!
Drop it!
Oh!
Drop it! That's a good girl.
You tricked me.
I just said I'm with you, and I am, aren't I?
I could have killed you.
Yeah, but you're such a nice, sweet kid that you didn't have the heart.
What are you going to do now?
Drive back to Sydney with you, sweetheart. It was only mid-afternoon when we got to Sydney. Near the Claremont Hotel, I stopped the car. We walked to the hotel together. The footpath was crowded. Veronica was quiet. Till she went into her act.
Leave me alone. Stop following me.
Hey, what?
Take your hands off me. Officer! Officer! Help! Help!
Why, you little...
Let me go, you... you beast!
What's going on here?
Officer, this man is molesting me.
Oh, he is he?
Don't listen to her,
He's
officer.
been following me all day.
We've got a place for codes like him. Come on.
Look, officer, I'm a private detective.
Fine, fine. We just love private detectives.
Look, I can explain everything.
You'll get your chance. All right, you people. Keep moving along. Keep moving along. Now, Mr. Casanova, you can just come along with me. And you too, miss. Hey, where is she?
She was gone. I showed the boy in blue my card, mentioned Inspector Daniels of homicide, told him the dame was a suspect. We went searching for her, but she'd lost us. So, I lost the boy in blue. I went to the hotel checking desk. It was next to a cigarette stand. An old dame was in charge.
Yes, sir?
Police business.
Oh!
My card.
Oh!
I'd like your cooperation.
Oh! Oh, of course, sir.
A package or a case was left here by a Veronica Williams.
Oh, when, sir?
Within the last few days.
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't remember it.
Well, that's okay. I'll look through what you've got.
Oh, but there's nothing, sir. Only this coat that a gentleman left.
How nice. I suddenly had a new respect for Veronica. Smart girl. Now she was gone. And the phony dough, wherever she'd really hidden it, would soon be gone with her. I went to my car, figuring I'd go to headquarters and tell the cops the whole story. I turned the ignition key. Then I stopped short.
I have a car in Brady's parking lot.
That's what she'd said. Her car, Brady's parking lot, was 5 blocks away. I practically flew there. Then I jumped out of the car, looked down the street. A cab had just dropped a passenger. I hailed him. He came over, pulled up.
Where it is, Sport?
Just here.
Here, did you say?
Yeah. Park here till I give you the word.
Oh, listen, but I ain't allowed to park in this part of the city.
A $5 says you can.
Oh. Well, what do you know? The $5's right.
I'm waiting for a car to come out of that. There it is. The gray convertible. Stick to it and there's another $5 for you.
Sport, my middle name is Leach.
Veronica led us through Paddington, Bondi Junction, then along Bondi Road right to the beach. She parked just opposite the beach building. I told my driver to go right past, slowly. As he did, I saw Veronica walk into the women's part of the dressing sheds. I told him to stop. I paid him off and walked back. Waited. 5 minutes. 10. Then she came out. There was a canvas zipper bag in her left hand now. She went to her car. I followed, grabbed the door as it opened.
You!
I'll take that zipper bag.
I'll scream for help again.
I'll rap you across the teeth. That purse, too.
You!
I'll just keep this 32 as a souvenir.
What are you going to do with the money?
I don't know.
You're going to keep it for yourself.
That's my business, but let's see if it's here. Ah, what a lovely sight.
It's mine.
Uh-uh.
I'll never let you have it.
What'll you do?
I'll go to the police.
Then I talk and you're in for at least 3 charges. So long, Veronica. I stepped back and watched her drive away. Then I went home. I counted the dough. 102,000. Then I made a long phone call, had a scotch, and smoked a couple of cigarettes. Who is it?
Telegram?
Coming.
Don't try anything.
It was the guy with the Van Dyke, Max Gordon. And he had a girlfriend.
Hello again, Larry.
Step back inside the room, Kent. Carefully.
Looks like you're the boss.
Keep your hands up.
Sure. Looks like you two have settled your differences.
Max was in the lobby of my hotel. We had a talk.
So?
The money, Kent.
You figure on splitting after all, huh?
Yes.
Sure you can trust each other?
Get the money or I'll press this trigger.
Don't be a sucker, Gordon. She'll skip again as soon as she gets the chance.
Why, you... That gave me great satisfaction.
Mine'll be even more drastic, Kent. You've got until I count 3. 1, 2.
That's far enough. It's in my bedroom,
Where?
under the bed.
Hold your gun on him, Veronica.
With pleasure.
I'll go and get the money. That'll be all. Please!
2 of them in my bedroom, but Gordon had £5 notes on the brain. He collected 2. At least his beneficiaries did. Insurance. Then there was Veronica, the gun still in her hand.
Don't try the same thing again, lady.
Yeah. Drop it. Sweetheart. Now, that's being smart.
You...
Pretty, isn't she, Sarge?
Yeah.
You filthy, rotten, dirty, stinking...
The language she used. She was still at it when the cops grabbed her arm. Then all the way down the stairs, she yelled obscenities over her shoulder. Maybe that's why I went to see Louise.
Are you nice and comfortable, sugar pie?
Yeah.
That's good.
A straight dame, Louise. Soft, with a wide-open look on her face. And she knows just what she wants.
Larry.
Oh, just a minute, Louise.
Oh, come on, Larry.
Yeah, okay. I'll be with you in a second.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Okay, let's get started.
Goody. It's your deal.
She plays a great game of canasta. Good night.